Turning now to another big tech name is Meta. With big tech earnings on deck, a lot of the focus for Meta and other companies in this sector has turned to AI, artificial intelligence. Meanwhile, hype around the metaverse, the inspiration for the company's name change, well, that has dwindled. Yahoo Finance senior reporter Yasmin Khorram took a deep dive into Meta's Reality Labs unit, which focuses on AR, VR, and the metaverse. And Yasmin, I know you've spent hours and hours and hours digging into this, speaking with hundreds of former employees. What did you find?
Yeah, so Meta's Reality Labs has been this divisive division. Let's take a look at their financial performance over the last 3 years. Total revenue is around $5 billion. Meanwhile, expenses around $45 billion, meaning this division has lost around $40 billion in just the last 3 years. Now, analysts and investors may assume that that amount of spending is the cost of developing breakthrough technology. But insiders I've been speaking to tell me what's really to blame here is this mismanagement at Reality Labs, namely this constant reorganization I'm told happens every 3 to 6 months, and the installation of leaders that really don't have the expertise of AR, VR. We spoke to a dozen former Reality Labs employees, many of whom were at the executive level, all of whom left within the last 3 years. And this theme that I kept hearing about was this promotion of, quote, local heroes, individuals who were successful in the family of apps, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, are being moved over to Reality Labs to replicate that success. That's not what's happening, though. For example, a former executive told us, quote, it creates this really weird dynamic where the people in the trenches doing the work don't have respect for the senior leaders, and the senior leaders don't really speak the language of the technology they're building. The other common thread I heard about was this lack of clear vision within Reality Labs. Several insiders we talked to said they had, quote, anti-confidence in the roadmap, or, quote, severe doubts about leadership. Another example was that they had 24 hardware products on a roadmap for 18 months. Hardware. They were working on a wristwatch, sunglasses, new controller models, new VR experiences. Another example was this development of their own in-house chips for these Ray-Ban smart glasses, only for that to be scrapped a year into production and for them to go back to these Qualcomm chips that I told were much more costly. One executive perhaps summed it up best for me, saying, quote, everyone rallies around what Zuck gets excited about. Then Reality Labs head Andrew Bosworth gets a budget based on Zuck's excitement, and they go off and try to figure out what this product looks like over and over and over again, end quote. It's also important to note here that we did reach out to Meta multiple times for this story, did not hear back from them. We also offered head of Reality Labs and company CTO Andrew Bosworth an interview and did not hear back from him.
All right, Yasmin, great reporting there, and certainly important for investors to keep in mind here ahead of their earnings results that are coming up shortly. All right, Yasmin, thanks so much.